Thank you for joining me, Richard Landis, as we walk through the rich history of Chambersburg. Going down the street from the Masonic Temple back to the Chambersburg Square, we enter the fateful history of 1863 with General Lee's invasion of Chambersburg in June, right before the battle, July 1st. Lee would stay on the outskirts of the town. Today is well within the town now, located where the Pizza Hut is, next to the cemetery. His forces continue to travel through the town, right into the Battle of Gettysburg. General Pickett, being the last to go through the town, would have his orders from Lee to torch the warehouses and rip up the rail tracks, 10 miles in both directions, north and south of the town. Famously, the third and final attack from General McCausland, mentioned in the last video, would be the third and final attack on the town. The Confederate forces would enter the town July 30th with the orders to ransom the town, but to burn it regardless if the town paid or not. That morning, the townsfolk would have the money and gold of the town loaded onto a train and sent to Harrisburg before the fateful attack, leaving the Confederates with only the supplies they could loot from the townfolk. Reverend Schneck would write about the town's burning, describing the horror as drunken Confederates would burn down houses and homes with pets and livestock still inside. The first building burnt would be the courthouse. The current building you see now stands where the original stood before its burning in 1864. The pillars you see today are the original pillars from back then, reused to keep the spirit of the town going. The rebuilding project was designed by S. Hutton and done in the style of Greek Revival, using the mentioned pillars, but also the bricks that could be salvaged from the burning in 1865. The town would go on to rebuild itself. Ironically, this third attack didn't burn down the warehouses, which would become the shelter for the townsfolk as they rebuilt, nor did they destroy the train tracks, the Cumberland Valley Railroad providing the infrastructure needed to ship supplies and materials needed to rebuild the town. Today, in the square, you can find a number of shops and restaurants, and I highly recommend you visit each one. Also, where the Chambersburg Bank used to be is now a visitor center. It's highly recommended you go inside. Thank you for walking with me. I am Richard Landis, and I'll see you in the next Rich History video.